That evening, Wee Reg the puppy was sitting outside his house with the small green thing. "Poor Floella," said Wee Reg quietly. The small green thing looked up, not sure what Wee Reg was talking about. "Floella the fruit bat," Wee Reg went on. "She usually sleeps all day and gets up at night. She misses everything that happens during the day," he said. "All the fun." Then they both went home to sleep. For the first time that day, fluffy gardens. Except for the ringing of Floella's alarm clock. For Floella the fruit bat, it was time to get up. After having a tasty breakfast, Floella stepped outside into the cool night air. The stars above twinkled brightly. All was calm. Floella took a deep breath and then went for a walk. She walked over the hills. She walked through the forest and all around the quiet town. By the time she reached Gray's Lawns, Floella's little legs were getting tired. She sat down on the grass just outside Colleen the cow's house. Colleen brought out some hot chocolate, and they sat together staring up at the stars as Colleen the cow gave each one a name. "I'll call that one Theodore," she said, "and that one is Big Pink Pavlova." Floella the fruit bat, having such bad eyesight, couldn't tell which was which, but she laughed as the star names got sillier and sillier. After saying goodbye to Colleen, Floella went for a very late lunch with Una the owl. They chatted about the long nights, the pretty stars, and most of all, about music. And then, outside among the trees, they sang a song together. The most amazing sight. In the pretty forest, in a small clearing surrounded by a ring of flowers, were little lights. Lots and lots of sparkling lights, floating and flying. They were fireflies. Even with Floella's poor eyesight, they looked magical. She sat down among the flowers and watched the lights dance above her. Eventually, the fireflies disappeared into the trees, and Floella continued home. Floella arrived back at Flappy Heights just as the sun was about to come up. "What a glorious night," she said to herself. She took one last deep breath of the night air and went inside. It was time for bed. At least for Floella. Chuckles the chicken told everyone else it was time to get up. Cock-a-doodle-doo! And the next very hectic day was underway. Wee Reg the puppy was walking to the playground with the small green thing, waving to everyone who passed by. "Poor Floella," said Wee Reg. "She must feel just terrible missing all this." But in Flappy Heights, Floella the fruit bat was fast asleep, dreaming dreams of stars, music, and sparkling lights. She didn't feel terrible. She felt wonderful. And Wee Reg, well, he didn't know what he was missing.